What they like to try to do is define all men's issues based on the acquisition of modern women and the acquirement of used box, pre-owned box from Xinyu women, leftover women. But it can't be so far from the truth. You take a masculine man that's squared away, got his shit together, got his gym right, got his money right, got his confidence right, got his self-esteem right, is squared away, hitting on all 8 cylinders, who even have choices of women, and still they only have about a 5 or 10% reach, because the average modern woman is absolutely insufferable for a long-term relationship. They're not commitment worthy. Great in bed, great with sex, but all relationships are tested in the distance. Can you be with this person for 5 years, 10 years? Is she going to be a woman that's going to be listening to the indoctrination of the culture and constantly trying to clip your balls to turn you into some type of Hollywood sitcom movie of an emasculated, castrated, weak men that just serves her? So she's not been raised to be under the leadership of a strong man, to serve. The same way, don't get, men take care of women. They put their lives on the line for women. So it's an exchange of energy. And in fair exchange, there is no robbery. But it's a one-sided affair. And we keep having this ridiculous conversation about incels and men can't get laid. Anybody got, let me tell you something. I've been a cop for 22 years in my past life, before I retired 5 years ago. Anybody with $50 in their pocket and they're not socially completely damaged can get boxed today, right now. Stop this incel conversation. A bunch of beta male simp manginas who just discovered what some woman, some out of shape, insufferable feminist with her belly, never mind, no comment, sorry gentlemen, is giving them some used box, and they have committed their whole life to being under the tyranny of some insufferable women. They have basically castrated themselves just to get access. Like, they don't even get access to used box, because most of those women don't even like those dudes, to be honest with you. Once they've secured that pension, that bag, that state contract, that sex dries up. That's why they asked me on OnlyFans. Get off of OnlyFans, you're destroying. I mean, like, let me sip some coffee on that one. Simps are the bane of our existence. Weak men and simps are disgusting, especially these feminists like the Scott Galloways and these Obama and all these types of men. Disgusting, these guys. They are simps. Simps are destroyers of community. Simps are destroyers of humanity. I cannot stand simps. Simps make me want to vomit. My disdain for simps is at a level now. Maybe I need to call the kosher condition and get some therapy about it. But anytime I see a simp, especially, let me tell you something. I don't even hang around I'm not talking about, I hang around masculine brothers that are married. But if I see a simp dude that's married and his wife is like because it's like his master, automatically I get, oh, this guy makes me want to vomit. I can't stand an emasculated man. Happy wife, happy life type simp. But the masculine brothers, salute to you, man. You're a role model for the younger brothers and how to be married successfully with a woman that's feminine, submissive, cooperative, that follows in your leadership. And those women deserve to be rewarded, the 10% women, with good, solid relationship and strong men, and to get all the benefits that come from having a man and being in a relationship. But the simps, I need to make a whole video about simps. Simps, you bitch ass cucked. OnlyFans, 89% of your ass on OnlyFans. You guys are disgusting. Anyhow, that's my simp rant. What's this? On this beautiful Tuesday morning. Sometimes I lose track of the dates being retired, so I gotta get back on. Sorry, gentlemen. Simps vex me a certain type of way, so, I have to calm down about these simps. Weak men, the Galloways, the Obamas, and all of these men who who try on their women's panties at night and wearing bras in the closet. They're basically alphabet. Let's be honest, man. Let's stop playing these games. These guys are just alphabet. But they will do anything to get, and a part of it is the financial motivation too. But see, I got off topic now because simp triggered me so much that I went on to this tangent of talking about these bitch ass dudes that come over here talking to men. You can tell about him. You can tell a simp from a mile away because he's a female apologist. I treat women like they want to be treated like individuals with self-agency. I don't make excuses for them. If she's a 304, that's because she likes D. If she's rotten like the sprinkle lady, that's because she's a horrible person. I don't make excuses for them. Oh, she's this way because men are treated. Man, kick rocks. Who makes excuses for you? Nobody makes excuses for you. But saying all that, now don't get me wrong. These modern women, they're great for sex. The problem with it is that they don't do any development because they've been coddled in this gynocentric environment. After you listen to them talk, it becomes clear and obvious why many of them are single. They're insufferable. I'm talking about hemorrhoidal. If you want to take a whole bunch of hemorrhoids and shove it up your ass, go ahead and spend time with them long term. Trust me, peace is beautiful. Let me get the sun out of my eyes. Yeah, ridiculous here. There we go. So they're insufferable. So what are the choices? Again, I don't promote single life or whatever. Look here, it's incidental, okay? But once a guy is squared away and he's comfortable and he's masculine and his peace, nobody wants to deal with these insufferable broads. That sun is whack. But anyhow, cheers up. So, and I talk freely. I talk to men, mostly. But see, I can look you in the camera and have a conversation with you, not hiding behind some dark sunglasses, selling you some whack 1930s games, when really it's just indifference. You can go watch Patrice O'Neal and get that game for free. Improve your money, improve your conditioning, improve your mental health, practice discipline, get yourself squared away. That's it. But you have to also build up an immunity to the culture and to the mindsets that are out here. You have to fall in love with your own company, so much so that you're like obsessively in love with your company, where anything that comes in the environment that don't bring value to you as a man, it's like sickening. It's like, oh my God, this person, like, you get a serious case of post-nut clarity. Or if you're smart enough, you could kind of get rid of them before that part of it. You can recognize like, oh, this way it's going right here. It's damn liberal-minded, feminist, indoctrinated, insufferable woman. So she's ineligible for long-term relationships. You know that. You can smell it. You can see it. What are you going to be doing? You're going to be sitting in there and she's got all these feminist, radical, leftist ideologies in her brain, and she wants to have conversations with you, and you're like, oh my God, this is terrible. About what men are and whatever. You're going to be living with a woman or existing with a woman that has a persecution mentality. She sees you as the problem in society because you were born with men, because you are male. So you're dealing with somebody that's every day trying to transform you into the very same thing that turns them off. A simp, beta male, mangina. And as soon as you allow them to break your spirit, which they're going to be trying every day, because they have a hyena culture mentality, and they've been watching all those Hollywood movies, and they believe in this egalitarian fantasy of what men's supposed to be. And they want to talk about emotional intelligence, not emotional discipline, which is what men need. Men need emotional discipline. Emotional intelligence is just about you living in your freaking feelings, catering to their emotional desires. They want you to be their female best friend. And you'll be a fool if you submit to that shit. Kick rocks. Go talk to your girlfriends. Ain't your man, bitch. That's what you got to tell them. I'm not interested in all that gossip and all that other bullshit you're talking about. You got to set these women straight, period. Like you trying to turn me into your... See, these women... See, if you go to a time period in our life, everybody was busy. You had goats to go feed, you had cows and cattle to go take care. The women may have to babysit a goat that's been abandoned by her mother, or a calf. You have to go bottle feed. She had shit to do. She didn't have time to be sitting around in your face talking about feelings all day long. You had land to take care of, crop to plant. They had time to be sitting around. So when people come together at the end of the day, they were eating and dealing with certain things. They had no time to be living and reveling in this Hollywood fantasy and feelings. But since we've civilized the world so much, everything is, they've got washers. I got all this expensive equipment at my house. So really, I mean, even washing clothes, you throw in the machine. I got the high-tech washer and dryer and all these other things. Like a dishwasher that I don't even use. So life has become about sitting around analyzing each other instead of doing shit and getting shit done. So what does she has time to do? Sit around looking at you because she's been listening to Sprinkle or TikTok or watching Hollywood drama and fantasy, trying to get you to be some of these disgusting beta male simps that you see in these movies or Hollywood, or this projection of a man that even turns them off. That's why they file for divorce all the time, many of them. Well, it's distractions too. But anyhow, that's the reality of what they don't want to talk about. The reality of life is that they're competing with peace. And men are intelligent, men are analytical, men are logical. So being single is just incidental to most men, because all the men can't have 10% women. 10% women, the ones that men value for long-term relationship, it's like unicorns nowadays. I would say 5% in America, 10% globally, because of the effects of social media and feminism and all the other things. The quality is down. So that's what you have it, guys. They're competing with peace. It's not the other way around with this loneliness epidemic and all this nonsense they're talking about, because most of them are unworthy. So of course the guys are going to stare, because what are they going to do? They want to be like their old uncle who's got his balls clipped. They're saying the other men, and these guys are not. These guys are all being tortured. They on lonely fans and shit at night. Worse than being a single guy. Let's say a single guy is lonely. Who's worse, him or some married guy paying all those bills? A single guy can go to the brothel and cure his loneliness if he got money. He can go fly to Amsterdam. Shit. Singapore has a complete red light district where the women get tested all the time. If he wants to quench his thirst, don't be messing with them. Don't be making relationships with 304s. Never mind. Anyhow, I'm not advocating any of that. Please, for YouTube, don't come get me. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that single men have options beyond what married men have. And then the financial trap and the financial obligations that married men, and it will cost. So a single guy can just go over there and squeeze one out and get back to work, get back to developing his life. He has options. You can shit. A single guy can hire a hugger if he's got money. You're gonna hire somebody to hug you. Anyhow, hey, it is what it is, man. Anyhow, peace and blessings to you guys, man. Make sure you hit the like button, okay? We gotta get this channel going, man. But I mean, they try to make it like these dudes out here just out here losing but really it's the women that are on these medications, man. Have you ever seen like I've had searches in the cell block and whatever else. Man, these women's purses, when a woman gets arrested, they ever get a female officer in there to search her. When you pull the shit out of her purse, they got all kinds of medications and psych medications. Even the women that you hang around and I've worked with, they be on some psych medication, man. This feminism created, especially getting pounded and passed. That's the worst trauma a woman can get. Pound and pass. That's horrible. Because they're getting with guys that, many times are out of their league. It's not going to be in a relationship with them long term. It does mental damage to them. Anyhow, guys, make sure you hit. I'm out of here. Peace. I got to hit the gym.